Hello and welcome back to my channel. For today's reading, I'm just gonna do whatever messages I feel pulled to communicate. So I have three choices. We have essential oils today for you guys to choose from. The first choice, or the first pile, is going to be the thyme. Okay, the thyme essential oil. The second is going to be vetiver. And the third choice is juniper oil. I don't know why my camera doesn't focus. I don't know. But okay, those are the choices. Those are the piles. If you need more time, you can pause the video. But I'm going to get straight into it with the first pile. Let me just light my candle and we'll get started. Okay. Alright, so for those of you that chose the thyme, let's see what your reading is going to be about. What is the message for you? Pile number one. Let's do this one. This is going to get a little loud, so make sure that you turn the volume down or that you're wearing headphones. Clear the energy, clear my energy, clear the space. So pile number one, what message does pile one need to hear right now? Let me get 3 cards for pile one, please. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to pull an oracle card, but we'll do that after. So, let's see what your mini card says. You guys have the 4 of Wands reversed. They look like swords, but these are wands. Alright, let's take a look at your cards, because I'm going to see how this mini card ties into the rest of your reading. So let's take a look. Alright, so we have the 7 of Cups, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the Reina de Bastos, the Queen of Wands. So this could have to do with like a love situation, just because we do have 2 cups cards, and the 4 of Wands always reminds me in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, it always reminds me of just commitment, getting married, having some kind of a union. I mean, there's many, many meanings to the card, but just because that's kind of what I'm picking up first, this could have to do with your love life. So there's a big message here about your love life for a lot of you. I do feel that you're someone that has many choices, many options here with the 7 of Cups. And it feels like in the past, maybe you weren't sure like what you wanted or what you should go for. I feel many of you could have been dating a lot, but I'm also getting someone who's kind of hesitant, actually. You could have met somebody who was really, really fun and cool, but it turned out that they were kind of like a player, or they had player energy. And I feel like, in a way, you kind of needed to meet this person, or you kind of needed to, if you did have some kind of a fling with them, it's like you needed to explore that, because I feel like there's something about this person's shadow like really being emphasized here. Like, I feel like you were just holding yourself back a lot. I feel like this person, they could be a fire sign or an air sign, or just have a lot of masculine energy. And I feel like you're the opposite. And I feel like in the past, like you were holding yourself back a lot. There was a lot that you've been through, especially when it comes to relationships and love. I'm hearing depressed. So you could have gone through something really, really dark and heavy. And I'm hearing that this person kind of pulled you out of that. And even if whatever happened between you and this person, I feel like it was a good thing. Like, even if it was just casual sex, or it was just a hookup, it kind of brought you out of yourself, or got you out of your head, or it changed something. So I'm hearing that this person doesn't have any bad feelings towards you, if you're thinking that. I don't, if you're thinking that this person, or wondering if they've changed or anything, I'm hearing no. This person's like set in their ways. This person just wants to have fun. And you were meant to cross paths, because I'm hearing confidence. I think this person just wanted to help you break out of your shell, or help you return some confidence to you in some way. And if you didn't have like an intimate relationship with this person, then that really, this person didn't necessarily have bad intentions towards you. I think they just wanted to have fun with you, genuinely. Like, they weren't looking to break your heart. They weren't looking to hurt you. And some of them feel like if you guys didn't end up having anything, like if you didn't have an intimate connection, if you didn't hook up or anything like that, then they kind of feel like it was a missed opportunity, and they feel like you were 2 ships crossing in the night or something like that. But they don't have any bad feelings towards you. I do feel like this person's still out there having fun, having a good time. And for those of you where, unfortunately, maybe you caught feelings for this person, which could explain this Ace of Cups in the reverse here, but this is only going to apply to you if that's the case. Like, you might have like closed yourself off from this situation, after this situation. But honestly, pile number 1, I feel like if you didn't have anything with this person and you caught feelings, There's something about your shadow here that's coming through, doing some kind of shadow work. Because believe it or not, it's not really about this person. There's something blocking your heart. There's something blocking your heart chakra, opening up to love again. And for others of you, I feel like you've been dating, like you've been trying, but you haven't found anyone that really sticks. And so based off of what's going on or what happened in the past, it looks like there's like a pause here. There's like a withdrawal of investing in anything emotionally, which honestly, I feel like that's a good thing, just because of this shadow. This figure keeps like really popping out to me for your reading. So it feels like, and this might not be something you want to hear, but I'm going to deliver the message as I feel it needs to come out. I do feel like right now is a time to just get to know yourself or reconnect with yourself. I feel that right now is a time for you to do some a little bit of heavy work or inner work. I feel right now is the time for you to maybe connect with source or spirituality. If you've abandoned that path, then it's time to come back to it, or find it in your own way. Like, find a unique path to something bigger than yourself is what I'm hearing, or a path back to love. But it starts with you, because I feel that with this card in the reverse, it's like saying now is not the time. And it's more than okay if you feel that you need to isolate a bit, or if you've been doing that, then isolate a little bit more. And obviously doing that in a healthy way. I'm not saying neglect all of your relationships. I'm not saying neglect your work life. I'm not saying to just lock yourself in your room and never go outside ever again. That's not what I'm suggesting. But there is a sense of like, it's okay if you feel that you need to just, go to work, do your job, go home, eat a nice meal, take a nice little bubble bath, and then go to sleep. And then, rinse and repeat. Like, keep the same routine going for a while and just not really venture out too much out of your comfort zone. I feel like that's okay for you to do right now. Because I feel like with this Four of Wands here, like forcing things right now is not going to help you. This is like a foundation that just isn't working anymore. Something that is kind of just crumbling underneath your feet, and something that just needs to break away and be destroyed so that you can build something new, a new foundation. And so I think to have this card to end your reading or your spread here is really beautiful, because she is happily confident. This is a queen of wands at that. This is like fire, the spirit of fire, the spirit of confidence. This is someone who knows exactly who they are. This is someone who is self-assured. This is like a badass. Okay, and it looks like after going through all of this, you're returning back to yourself, connecting back to yourself, and sitting back on your throne. You know exactly what direction to go in. You know exactly what you want. I'm hearing a lot of you might start getting some recognition, especially at your job, at your work, whatever it is that you do. And if you have a pet, this pet is also going to be healing along with you. Because, a lot of the times our pets, they pick up what we feel. And they'll start to kind of mimic our behaviors and our habits and our feelings. They'll start to mirror that. And I feel like because you're healing, because you're happier, because you're returning to normalcy is what I'm hearing. You're sitting back on your throne. You're in this beautiful queen energy. Your pet is also going to feel those effects as well. And they are also going to be doing a lot better. So if you've had a sick pet, I do see them getting better. Okay. But yeah, I feel like things needed to fall apart. Sometimes things need to fall apart so that we can see what works and what doesn't, so that we can then rebuild and reconnect with ourselves. And from there, we'll get clarity starts to return. All these little things start to come back, and then we can create something new while using the same tools that we've had, or sometimes new tools that we've had in our paint box, or in our toolbox, I should say. So not everything has to completely change, but I do feel like there's some things that now need to change, or now have not been working. And so you're taking this new wisdom and you're forging a new path. And this is such a beautiful card. And with that comes so many opportunities, not just in love, but in work, and literally whatever you want. This is also giving me strong manifestation, power, and energy, and a better understanding of how to manifest. And I feel that's the direction that you're headed in, pile number 1. So I'm not sure what time does, but let me see if it connects to your... Oh, I can't even do that. I'm sorry. I'm using my phone. Hold on. Let me see if I can... Alright, so I'm going to use my iPad to look up what time helps with, because maybe it will connect to your reading somehow. Okay, so time is widely used in smudging and spiritual baths. Its clarifying aroma helps clear stagnant energy, dispel negative vibrations, and shield your aura from harmful influences. It is used to unearth and release deeply trapped, unresolved emotions, making it a powerful tool for forgiving yourself and others. The oil is believed to bolster bravery, instill confidence, and transition you from feeling powerless to empowered. Diffusing it can sharpen your focus during meditation or open you up to divination practices. Placing a drop near your pillow is said to invite peaceful sleep and ward off nightmares. It is known in spiritual and energetic practices as the oil of transformation and releasing. Wow, pile number 1. So you're definitely going through some kind of transformation. And I think to have your reading end off with the Queen, with a Queen card, is, I mean, you're stepping into your power, you're stepping into badass energy, and I think you should definitely celebrate and be excited for this new chapter, pile number 1. So to end off your reading, we're going to pull an oracle card. And let's see what you get. What is pile 1's message? Final message for pile 1. Feeling this one, honestly. Alright, you have big mixed barrel of emotion with the number 63. This also adds up to the number 9, so those numbers could be significant. But let's take a look at what the The guidebook says, you don't have to label what you're feeling, just be present with it. What is most important is not trying to escape or avoid your reality. All right. So big healing going on for you guys, pile 1, but I promise you this darkness is going to be fading away. That's definitely for sure. And I definitely, now that we read what time can do, I definitely recommend using this, diffusing it. If you have a diffuser, or using it, you know, maybe buying soaps or sprays with thyme. Okay. But I'm going to leave it here for pile 1. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you feel pulled, and I'll see you in the next reading. Okay, pile 2. If you chose the vetiver oil, this is going to be your reading. So before I get into this, let me just set up something here. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to use my tinctures to cleanse the energy. Lower the volume or use headphones because this can get loud. Okay, pile 2. Let's choose a mini tarot card for you. Pile 2, pile 2, pile 2, pile 2. I guess that one, we'll do this one. Hopefully it's not the same one as pile 1, but I don't think so. All right, let's look at your cards now. Pile 2, what does pile 2 need to know right now? What is pile 2's message? Oh, we got a jumper. If I can get it. Oh my god. Why is this? Okay. Okay, pile 2. 2. 3. Okay. Alright, let's look at your mini tarot card here first. So you guys got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. I'm sorry, you can't see that. My camera doesn't focus on my phone. I don't know why. But anyway, it's the 6 of Wands. Alright, let's take a look at your big tarot cards. So this was the jumper. This is the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Cups and El Sacerdote, so the Hierophant. Alright, let's see. How does the 6 of Wands connect to these cards? Interesting, pile 2. This feels more about your personal growth path. I just realized there's a hole in there. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, this feels strongly about you. I'm not get pile one focused more on like the person's love life. This feels like it's more about your spiritual path or your personal growth, or just some. I keep hearing just like something about you. Um, so not necessarily someone else or something outside of you. So I do feel here in the past, I feel here that you've been working hard. You've been in a place where you've been preserving your energy. You've been very guarded, maybe perhaps overly guarded or overly cautious. I'm hearing scarcity. So it's possible that maybe you could have gone through a period where you really had to hold on to every nickel and penny that you had. And I do feel like perhaps maybe you were being misunderstood for this. I think pile one, because you give off this regal energy, or you give off someone who's well off, or someone who has more money than they're letting on, like they're not telling people. But I actually feel like you were saving up something, protecting something. And I feel like because of that, like I'm hearing investments. Maybe you were using I'm hearing guarding resources. Like you were just, you were in a place where you felt like you had to take a lot back or keep a lot to yourself. And I feel like you were very misunderstood, because I feel like a lot of people, maybe in your friend circle, your family, your coworkers, like they felt that you were very selfish, but in fact you were being strategic about something. And I feel that because of that, and it feels like it was very hard for you to do. I feel that you wanted to, you have this big city behind you, like you wanted to get up from off of this roof and just go and explore, but you couldn't, because you had to work hard and save. And like I said, you had a plan is what I'm hearing. And I'm hearing that this plan is now working in your favor, or whatever you were doing here, this hard work that you put in, whatever it was, it's working in your favor. Because now with the Nine of Cups, like this is the ultimate card. Excuse me. Okay, sorry. This is the ultimate card of emotional fulfillment and satisfaction. And I feel that you're in this energy right now, like you. And if you're not yet, then I do feel like by August, I see you moving into this energy and just being happy with what you have and what you've built. I also see you just taking better care of yourself and being very grateful for where you're at. And just like, I'm hearing spending more time loving on yourself and not giving a shit what anybody thinks about that, or like how you're going about it, like the way that you're moving, like you're just not going to care anymore. And I feel like because of that, I'm also getting now with this Six of Wands in reverse, there's something that you gave up or something that didn't work out for you. Because Six of Wands, this card is usually a card of victory and winning. I think of like Leo energy when I get this card. And Leo is all about standing in the spotlight, getting some kind of recognition. So it could be that you walked away from something, or something wasn't given to you and you walked away from it and you started over. But it's almost like you needed to go back to basics. or remember, I'm hearing for some of you, remember where you came from, or yeah, like there's something about just going back to basics or starting as a beginner and being humble enough to say, you know what, I've learned so much and I've accumulated so much. I have all these skills, but I'm still going to go back to square one. Or how do they say that? I'm going to go back because I feel that I need to. And it's like you created some kind of foundation that is working for you. And maybe here with this Six of Wands here, maybe you were doing it for the wrong reasons. There was something you were doing, but you were doing it for the wrong reasons. And I feel like that's why this fell apart, or it didn't happen, or it didn't come to you, whatever it was. And so it's like you kind of had to readjust or revisit something, review something. I'm getting a lot of that, like words that start with re. And it's interesting because, you know, we are currently in a Mercury retrograde, and retrogrades are all about revisiting something, you know, going back to something, reevaluating. It's not so much about action, but I do feel like this retrograde might not even affect you that much because you've already been in that energy of, I need to go back to something and see what I was doing wrong, see what I was doing right, and just start over. And I do feel like you're in a place of just peace and just minding your own business and just, like I said, just trying to do a better job at loving yourself or loving on yourself and not caring how you come across to others because you know who you are. This might be like a continuation of pile number one. So if you were drawn to pile one and pile two, I do feel like this is like the continuation, like what happens after you know, that Queen of Wands that you got in the first pile. This is kind of the continuation of it. And it looks like you're still going to be in this, like I said, this happy, just satisfied energy. And then we have this Hierophant here. So I feel pile number two, you're being called to step up to some kind of platform. I'm hearing you're ready. You're ready to be the teacher. You are ready to be in charge of something. So I'm also getting that some of you might get a promotion, or if you're like currently in between jobs, or you've outgrown your job and you're looking for a new one, I'm hearing things are going to happen kind of fast because you're tapping into something. You're tapping into something that I feel like you're going to be able to manifest faster, and you're not even going to know. Like it's almost like I'm hearing like whatever thoughts you have today, they're going to manifest by Tuesday, and today's Sunday. So, and I think you should really pay attention to what's being reflected in your reality, and how, pay attention to, write things down. Also pile two, like write down all the things that you want and then just put it away, forget about it, live your life. And I think you're going to be so surprised and shocked as to how much you've manifested. That's what I'm getting for a lot of you. But I do feel like you're being pulled and you're being called to commit to some kind of higher calling or to some kind of path where I do see you being on some kind of a platform. So this could be like, you know, blowing up or going viral on TikTok, for example. excuse me, or just becoming a lead in something, becoming a manager for some of you, or just getting a promotion, because I think your boss is going to finally see the value. They're going to see your value. They're going to see how much you've grown and that you can handle it, and that you are someone that's meant to have some kind of a leadership role, a position. Okay, so if this has not happened yet, because look, you're radiating with love and happiness here. That's what this card's all about. And it's going to be felt. Like, people are going to notice. And yeah, so if this has not happened yet, then be on the lookout. Like, just know, or don't be on the lookout. Just keep living your life, keep doing what you're doing, but just know that this is what's coming. Okay, and you don't need to worry. It's like the Six of Wands, perhaps, maybe you were trying too hard, maybe you were doing too much, and you've learned to pull back, and you've learned, I don't really need that. I just need me, and I just need this love, and and to just glow from within, and to just honor myself, and to just be grateful, and to just keep doing what I'm doing and keep working hard. And you know, it looks like you're going to get some kind of success here, pile number 2. So beautiful for you, pile 2. I'm going to look and see how this vetiver oil can help. So it is known as the oil of tranquility. And I was saying how it looks like you're spending more time just with self-care, or just taking care of yourself here with this Nine of Cups here. Yeah, vetiver oil is renowned as the oil of tranquility. Spiritually, it acts as a powerful anchor. Its profound, earthy aroma brings you out of an overactive mind and into a centered, grounded state of being. Vetiver is highly prized in energetic and chakra work for activating and balancing the root chakra, which governs your sense of security, stability, and connection to the earth. It's deeply grounding, helps dissipate feelings of being scattered, overwhelmed, or disconnected. It is believed to bridge the gap between the physical and the spiritual, helping to cleanse negative energies while opening the heart and boosting intuition. So I actually feel like this pile is pretty well grounded. But I do feel like splashing some of this on, using another, what do you call that? Another oil that you can mix it with, like coconut oil, and just like dabbing it on, or even getting perfume with this, a fragrance of a body spray with this essential oil, taking a bath with it, I think is going to help with some of the things that I just read that vetiver oil helps with. There is something also, though, about like really honoring and listening to your intuition as well, pile number 2, because I feel this pile, it's giving me very strong masculine energy. Like, you're someone who, there's a lot of red coming through. So it's like you've got this beautiful, strong masculine energy, but I think tapping into the feminine is going to bring you more success. And make you feel, even more calmer, or make you feel even more balanced. Okay, so just a suggestion. You don't have to use it, obviously, but it could help. It could help a lot. All right, let's pull an oracle card for you. Can we get an oracle card for pile number 2? Let's do this one. All right, so we got, did you forget that you're still inside the game? Number 42 could be significant, and that adds up to 6. So the number 6, which is also a number of balance. All right, let's take a look here. 42. You really think that this incarnation is the beginning and end of everything. What absolute hubris. Reality is much bigger than this 3D single planet adventure game. Have fun and remember to explore this realm before it's game over. Yeah, so I feel like you've been doing such a great job with your goals, with your career, your finances, working hard, but it's like, remember to also enjoy yourself and have fun, have an adventure every now and then. Play a video game, you know, do something nostalgic if that helps you. Because I feel like the minute you let go of this, whatever happened here with the Six of Wands card, the minute you let go of this need for victory or recognition is when things start to come to you. You know, it's like they say, when you finally don't want it, when you finally don't need it, that's when it comes. And it looks like that's what you're doing. You're on this beautiful trajectory, pile number 2, of just getting everything you want, but in the most unexpected way. And I think this is really great for you, pile 2. I really do. But I'm gonna leave it here for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you feel pulled. Let's move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 3, if you chose the Juniper oil, this is your reading. So before I pull a mini card for you, I'm gonna just use my tingsha bells, and they do get kind of loud, so if you need to lower the volume or use your headphones, yeah, do what you need to do. All right, but here we go. All right, pile 3. Let's see what card we should get for you. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay. And we'll see how that ties in to your message. Oh. Okay. Can you get 3 cards for pile 3, please? 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, let's look at your little card. So you guys have the Ace of Wands. A beautiful new beginning here. Ace of Wands. I noticed in my readings the third pile is usually the one that has like the most positive message. Not that the other 2 piles don't have positive messages, but the pile 3s tend to be the one that are most I guess the most lucky, or the most, they get the most positive energies, but I don't know. Maybe that's not always true. But okay, so we have El Diablo, the devil in reverse, La Templanza, the temperance in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. So some very strong cards here. And don't worry, just because they're reversed, you know, this is actually good that this came out reversed. So, but let's get into it. Pile number 3. So it looks like here, like I was saying, this card is very good to have reversed, as maybe many of you know, because it means you've defeated some kind of, or let go of some kind of toxic situation, a toxic partner, a toxic dynamic, some kind of, maybe you've defeated some kind of addiction. And I do feel how hard this was. Pile number 3. Sorry, pile 3. I do feel how hard this was for you. Okay? But it looks like you're completely out. You fought the beast. You've won the game, is what I'm hearing. And even though there's still, I do feel like there's still some remnants. There's still some things you need to put back together. There's still some things that need to be healed, and that's going to be an ongoing process. You know, healing is not something that just goes, you know, it's a quick fix and it goes away forever. But it looks like you're learning how to fly again, or you're learning how to stand on stable floors, is what I'm hearing. You're learning how to, I'm also getting, you're gonna start to notice, excuse me, these kinds of, whatever it was you went through, you've just gained some knowledge and wisdom. So you're gonna use this moving forward in relationships, in work environments. So I actually feel like this is a blessing, because now you're going to be given a gift. Pile number 3. And I see that here, like this card is a card of spiritual mastery, okay? But it is in the reverse. So I do feel like you're still, like I said, you're still kind of on wobbly. You're still, it's like, I don't know if anybody in this pile is on TikTok, first of all. But there's this woman who became the first woman to travel by boat by herself from California to Hawaii. And she just got there, I think, yesterday. She just landed at Hawaii yesterday. And, you know, the minute she got out of the boat, her legs were shaking, you know, because she's been on this boat for like, I think it was like 45 days or something. So a very long journey. So, but that's kind of what I'm getting with you guys. Like you're still kind of, it's like you just got out of the boat, and you've been on this boat for maybe years. And it's like you're learning how to walk again, or how to use your legs again. Okay? And they're saying to go slow. It's okay to go slow. It's okay if things are still a little not balanced completely. Because that's what this card represents, is balance. And it's okay if you're still not completely there yet. But slowly but surely you will be. And we do have this beautiful Ace of Wands, which is all about a new beginning for you. I feel, pile 3, that you're going to become some kind of a mentor, or I'm even hearing like a counselor. I'm just what I'm getting here with this Five of Pentacles. I know this looks like, oh my God, I'm entering something that is dreary and sad again and tragic. But I actually see here, pile number 3. These figures here, I don't feel like this is you. I feel like these are people that are going to be coming to you for help. These are people. There's some kind of knowledge that you now have, some wisdom that you now have. If there's some kind of certification that you have to get, go get it. Like, do it. Don't even think about it. Just do it. Because I'm hearing that for some of you, this could have been like something really heavy, like domestic abuse, for example. And it looks like you might start some kind of an organization, a shelter, or you might start working for a shelter. And I feel like there's people that were once in your position that are going to come to you. Okay, that's what I'm seeing here. And there's something with God, there's something with religion here. So what you might work for an organization that, like, it starts with like a Saint Thomas shelter or something like that. Or there's something connected to, you could be religious or something connected to a church. I'm also getting a priest, so there's something about a priest. Yeah, so I'm actually not feeling like, because usually this is a card of, temporarily losing something or suffering, struggling with something, with finances, with health. But it's also a card of hope. Like, it's not going to last forever. It's not going to be permanent. But I'm actually not feeling that with you, pile number 3. And for those of you where that may be the case, you're not going to be alone. I'm going to pull another card for you, but I do feel like there's always a choice. Remember that there's always a choice. And if help is being offered to you, please don't ignore it or don't say no to it. Let's get that card. So we have the Fool reversed here. Yeah, there's something about being very mindful of your choices. And to get to know all the facts before you jump into something, okay? I have to be honest with you, pile 3. Your pile, it's funny because I was saying at the beginning of the reading that pile 3s are usually the most happy. But in your case, and I'm not going to say there's no joy coming your way, but this does feel like you were dealt a shitty hand. And it looks like you've gone through some heavy stuff. But I'm hearing you're made of steel. And I'm hearing lucky day. It's your lucky day. And you just keep going, pile 3. You don't stop. You don't stop even when everything's against you. Like, you just keep going. You'll keep going even with a broken leg. Or with no leg. Like, you'll keep going. You will find a way. And There's so much resilience in this energy that I'm picking up. Pile 3. There is something opening up for you, okay? I do feel like this is like a new path, a new opportunity, but it's not going to be unfolded yet. That's what I feel like it is. So here's the thing. I do feel like you're still going to be throwing some curveballs or some tests, okay? Because there's something about choices, being mindful of your choices, but also with this Temperance card here, it's like this card wants to remind you, or this energy here is coming in to say, hey, this is what we need to work on. And so I do feel like there's situations or people that are going to be coming into your life that are going to test you to see, are you going to go back to something familiar, to something toxic just because it's comfortable? Or are you going to step into this Ace of Wands energy and do something different, something more healthier, something more aligned, instead of jumping so quickly? You know, the Fool is exactly that. He's naive, he's innocent, but sometimes he leaps before he looks. And he forgets the details. He forgets what he's jumping into. Just because he's chasing a thrill, or because he's chasing adventure, he's chasing a feeling. And sometimes that doesn't always work out. And so I do feel like you are going to be tested a bit. I don't want you to worry, Pile 3. I think you're a very, very strong individual. You've got some very strong energy here. And I do see you, like I said, learning and finding your way out of tough situations. But this is something that Spirit wants you to be mindful of, because they want to turn this card right side up. So just being mindful of your choices and being mindful of what is about to enter your life, what is currently around, and just taking a beat, taking a pause. We are currently in a retrograde, so now is the perfect time. You don't need to necessarily take action, but just observe. Okay, so take whatever messages apply, whatever resonates, because I was seeing, I was seeing two different things there. But let's get an oracle card for you. Yeah, I just heard don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Let's go with this one. So you're not supposed to always be happy. Let happy sleep. And then you have the number 58, which adds up to 8, 13, which adds up to 4. So 58, 13, and 4 could be significant. And let's get the guidebook. The battery will always recharge if you leave it plugged in long enough. You know how to replenish your phone's battery. Treat your emotions the same way. Give it time. Okay, Pile 3. I'm leaving it there. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you feel pulled. And I'll see you guys in the next one.